nicest people, our deals are number one. You'll love Dave's, Minnesota and Pet City. We make shopping for your pet fun, 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 fun.
We're filming.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, we're on? I was dreaming. I was daydreaming. Welcome to Dave's Pet Show. This is our second installment. We are at the Springfield Science Museum, which is one of my favorite places in the whole world. And we're with Jody, who I think is one of the few women in the world who's not afraid of snakes.
Now I'm not.
Now you're not. You were when you started working here.
Yes.
And we're here with Dan, who absolutely is not afraid of snakes.
That's true.
And so tell me what your job is here.
Well, my job is the museum aquarist. I care for all the animals in our live animal center. We have a collection of about 50 different species here, ranging from freshwater fish to marine fish and invertebrates. We also have a collection of reptiles and amphibians. And we do a lot of live animal programming as well. And as what you can see I have here is a ball python. This animal is about 6 years old. It was a captive bred snake. We purchased this from Dave's Soda and Pet Food City. It's a great program animal because it doesn't grow very large. This species of snake gets about 4 or 5 feet in length maximum. And they're easy to work with. They have a pretty docile temperament. They're not overly aggressive.
Kids love it, right? This is your favorite thing? When we do them, right, it's the most favorite.
Oh, yeah. They go ooh and ah and
yeah.
Except for adults, some of them, they run.
Well, that's what I do.
They do.
So
run.
we on our show, Matt was holding, it was a few years ago when we were doing it, Matt was holding a snake, and I think it was a ball python, and it lunged at me. And
It lunged at you?
yeah, well, not really, but it sort of did, yes. Matt was holding it, and it just sort of, and it like.
Wow.
That is part of the, that is something that can happen. What you see, the snake is sensing its environment in a little bit of a different way than we do. When you see it stick out its tongue like that, it's actually picking up scent molecules in the air. But it also has pretty good vision. So if there's any quick movements, the snake could be startled, and it may just decide to take a lunge at somebody. But it's probably because it's scared, because it probably wouldn't associate you with food.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Well, if you have pet animals like pet mice or something like that, and you have the smell,
they smell it.
They smell it. That's what they're keying in on.
Right.
But they can also sense heat. They have this animal actually, if you look very closely, has some little pits in the top of its upper jaw.
I'm not looking at it very closely.
They're infrared pits. No, you don't want to get too close. You want to, well, you do want to keep a healthy distance.
Thank you. So tell me, what other? I know you have a bunch of. You have a Gila monster here.
No. This is our blue-tongued skink. This is what we call our reptile wall area. All these animals have a job to do at the Science Museum. They're all used for programming. So we send them out on the road. There's a program called Museums on the Go, which schools and other organizations can.
So let's talk about that for a minute. So how does a school sign up?
Well, they can email school tours at springfieldmuseums.org, or they can call 413-263-6800, extension 322, and talk to Nicole.
Operators are standing by.
Yes.
But wait, there's more. What else can they do?
Well, they can email, or they can call.
Yep.
But we do
There's
more
no charge, right?
No. Well, there is
There's
there is a charge.
What's the charge?
Well, it depends on how long and what program.
Yeah.
There is one program that we offer that is free, which is Us and Them, about the Holocaust and the effects that it had on people, and that's a free program due to great contributors and donors.
Right. So if someone wanted to, you want to bring the snakes or animals to a school, ballpark figure, what does it cost? Ballpark.
Probably talking about $100, but
Right,
you're including your mileage too.
Yeah.
So, but anywhere from $50 to $100.
Okay. All right. So that's goes because I'm a big believer in getting kids into pets and animals. And
right.
I don't care
If they can't come
what it
here,
is.
we can certainly go there and. We not only do we do reptiles, but we do ABCs of Dr. Seuss.
Yep.
Charge it.
That's for the high school kids.
Yeah, preschool, right.
Oh,
high school.
preschool. Oh, all
Yes,
right.
preschool,
Okay.
ABCs.
I see.
We do
I'm
electricity
sure you didn't come to
component.
my class in high school.
Electricity component where we bring a portable Van de Graaff.
Do you
which-
charge for the electricity?
Oh, you get charged, all right.
Sorry.
So,
Yeah, these programs are great. These animals really, they're really ambassadors for the environments that they come from. They really engage children and adults alike. And they promote conservation and stewardship of their habitats. that
Yeah,
they
that's the
come
most
from.
important part.
It is. They
Yep.
serve as, they really create connections between people and get people thinking
Yep.
about what they can do to make the world a better place and
Yep.
conserve habitats and things.
So I like the skink. How long have you had
The
skinks?
skink is about 14 years old, so it's up there in age. It's
Yeah.
probably midlife. They
Yep.
can go about 30 years. It's an animal from Australia, has a blue tongue, and it's an omnivore, so it eats both plant and animal material. So anytime you care for animals in captivity, reptiles and things like that, you have to provide them with what they need. So if it's an animal from Australia and it comes from the arid areas,
You have to give them a lot of fosters.
Yeah, he's from Australia, so he would like Fosters actually.
No, so it's
Or maybe that's for the Aquarius.
yes.
staff.
Don't go away, folks. We'll be back. They'll bring you some stuff that you can actually use in your life. We'll be back just in a moment. Talk to what? Just talk to.
Yeah, have you talked to Hey, Norm?
Normie.
Can you give kisses? Say hi, Norm.
Kisses? Normie? Kisses? Hi, Norm. Kisses? He's smelling. Norm? Kissy? Kissy?
Sit. Sit. Stay.
Norm. Normal, buddy. Give me kissy. Kiss? Huh? Oh my God.
Yeah, there's the hazard of the breed.
You drool more than I do.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This
So, who's this?
This is another one of our reptiles. This is Mercury, a 10-year-old.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Yes. Well, there's a story that goes behind his name. We have a lot of volunteers here that work with our animals.
Yep.
And I think one of our volunteers named this beautiful lizard Mercury after she found out how fast he was when she set him on the ground. He really took off running. And it's another animal that we acquired from Dave's soda.
Long
Pet
time
Food
ago.
City, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So this animal's been doing
They must really
programs.
sell healthy animals there.
They're great. You can't beat them.
So you've known Matt forever.
I have known Matt for a long
Right.
time, so he's a great
Right.
source of
Yeah.
advice. He knows
Yeah.
what he's all the
Yeah.
best products to keep these guys.
And you know what?
nice and
I don't
healthy.
think there's a human who loves animals in the world
More than Matt.
more than Matthew.
Yeah, he really cares, and that's
Yeah.
an important thing.
Yeah.
So we really like Dave's because the animals are very healthy, and this is another great choice as a pet as well. It's a great program animal because it's really, with the proper care and diet and handling techniques, they're really pretty calm. And they're also great for educational programs for the same reasons they make great pets. So this guy is from Australia. It's a bearded dragon. They're omnivores, eat plant and animal material, eat things like ants, beetles. In the wild, we feed them crickets. And he also likes greens. One of the favorite foods this guy likes to eat are actually mustard greens. He really enjoys mustard greens, collard greens, things like that too. And of course, he would eat broccoli, but he likes the greens better.
Just checking.
He also eats pelletized food. There's great bearded dragon pellets that you can get. We use rep cow pellets. You can probably
Yep.
get those at Dave's.
Yeah.
And they're
Yep.
fantastic. So.
Yep. And they don't require a ton of care, but they require you got the heat's got to be right.
Yeah,
The
with
environment's got to be right.
reptiles, you want to first select the proper enclosure. You want to give them enough
Yep.
space. This guy will do well in about a 50 to a 100-gallon tank. They need the proper heating and lighting. Temperature gradients are important because in the wild, these guys, they're cold-blooded. Doesn't mean their body temperature is low. They can actually have a body temperature of upwards of 100 degrees because they live in desert environments. But they need to regulate their body temperature. If it's too hot, they'll go into burrows or go into shaded areas. And in the morning, they want to warm up, they'll find a basking spot like a rock or a favorite branch, and they'll just sit there and warm up before they start to feed. So he'll, in the terrarium, you want to give him a little bit of a
amazing
temperature
skin, isn't it?
I know, huh?
gradient. It is. It's really, he's a little spiky, but it's
Well, he's
pretty
scaly.
interesting.
He's
And
got
he
scales.
blends, if you look at the colors and the textures, you can see how he would blend in with a desert environment pretty well.
Yeah?
This is a camouflage for him. He would blend right in with the desert.
Oh,
pretty
so I
well.
just thought something. Is that why they call leopard gecko? Because the way they hunt and stuff, they blend in like that?
Exactly. They have coloration that's very similar to a
Yeah.
leopard, and that's basically cryptic
That's why.
camouflage.
Yeah.
They blend in. You can't see them in the wild very easily, not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So, you know what? How long do these guys live?
He can go about 12 years, so he's up there.
He's getting,
We're
senior.
hoping that he'll go beyond his life expectancy, but he's
Yeah.
a senior member of our
You have to
crew.
feed them old crickets,
We feed him live crickets, but
Oh,
not old.
but not old ones.
They don't live very
Because he doesn't
long.
need a senior diet or anything.
Well,
Right.
they actually, that's a good question. His diet changes. When they're young, bearded dragons
you were laughing at me.
eat more
okay.
insect material. As they get older, they switch over to more plant material. So he's really, he doesn't care for crickets as much as he used to, but he'll definitely go for he's really into the greens now. That's his favorite thing, is the greens. So he likes his mustard greens and his collard greens.
I know the kids, when they come here, they look into his habitat and they see the live crickets kind of jumping
Yeah.
around. And they're
And
right.
he's not that, so.
Yeah.
He'll still eat them.
Yeah.
You know, he'll pick one off here and
Yep.
there.
Yep.
But when we put the greens in there, that's what he really goes
Do you have
for.
teeth?
He's got little
Oh, yeah.
teeth, yeah. So he probably wouldn't bite, but you don't want to have your fingers in front of his line of vision or his mouth. He's called a bearded dragon because he has a little dewlap underneath there. And they flare that out in territorial displays and when they're alarmed and things like that. So it puffs up, looks like
Yep.
a big black
Yep.
beard. That's where he gets his name.
Defensive
Yeah,
mechanism.
they have their own little body language. When there's these guys live in small colonies, they have burrows in the desert where they live in little burrows in the ground. But they have a kind of a hand waving motion that they'll do to other males. The males will do a territorial hand waving motion.
Yeah.
And it kind of signals the other one to back off. This is my turf, you know.
Yeah.
So they have little dominance hierarchies and territories set up. In captivity, they
we
can
have
live
to,
solitarily.
We have to go for another break, but we got something really cool for the last segment, folks. So don't go away. Go have some crickets. Hey folks, it's Dave from Dave Soda in Pet City. Natural Balance is one of my favorite foods. It is a phenomenal food if your dog or cat needs a limited ingredient diet. A lot of dogs with food allergies require a limited amount of ingredients in their food. That's what Natural Balance does best. And Dave's has the best prices in the world on Natural Balance. So, you know, folks, as you know, the name of my company is Dave's Soda in Pet City. We only have soda in 3 of the stores, in Agawam, Hadley, and Springfield. Soda's sort of gotten to be a forgotten part of the business, but we, as of late, the last couple years, we have jumped on the bandwagon for craft sodas. And all kidding aside, what a great Christmas present is a case, or I don't even care, a 4-pack of some unusual soda for someone, right? No alcohol involved, no nothing, just very cool sodas. And of course we have all the flavors of Stewart's, and we always get a great price on Stewart's, but we also have some fun stuff. And I love selling Harmony Springs, which is a company that's, geez, I don't even know. It's a local company. They've been in business for 50, 60, 70 years. I don't even know exactly how long. They were recently purchased by some young folks who redid their labels, came out with some new flavors. We're selling so much of it, they're having trouble keeping up with production. How cool is that, right? A little craft, but they make great flavors. So I'm just gonna look at pineapple, and to me, what I love about these craft sodas, is there's real sugar in them. So when you take a swig of it, you can just like feel your teeth rotting. You know, you don't even have to wait to go to the dentist. They just, so let's see, before I, so this one is, here we go. Pure artesian spring water, pure cane sugar, and pineapple juice, right? So there's pineapple, they make all oranges and root beers, old-fashioned lemons, remember lemon, Joe, you remember lemon lime Ricky's? Yeah. Right? I mean, this is just cool. So here's a big hole in our space, and this hole comes from this company, which is Avery's, which makes some great flavors like bug barf, swamp juice, monster mucus, right? So if you want to buy a great present for a kid, a couple of 6-packs of these flavors, kitty piddle, dog drool, and they promised us we have enough. We buy by the pallet, folks. We have more pallets coming in, just even in this little small section. We get it by the pallet. That's how popular these drinks are. This is made in Connecticut, another local company. It's very, very cool. And then we come down, we have the more, I'll use the word adult kinds of sodas, the Gus, which is all natural. And then here's back to mine, all these fancy root beers. So how we do this is, because you can't get these anywhere else, we bring them in by the pallet. Some come from Philadelphia, some come all the way in from Detroit. This is the new sort of, so this is an interesting one. This is Mexican Cola. Did you know that the Coca-Cola that they make for Mexico is different than the Coca-Cola that they make here? Because they use real sugar in it. So this one is calories, about 800,000 calories per bottle. And the ingredients are, where are the ingredients? I can't even see the ingredient. Oh, here we go. Carbonated pure water, fair trade certified organic cane juice, and spices, caffeine and phosphoric acid. So it's a cola with a kick. Yeah, it's very, very, very cool. So again, of course, we picked today to do this when we have some holes on it. And here's another company that we started carrying, A.J. Stevens, which these are old companies, but they just make the best root beers in the world. So if you want to if you have someone young that you want to turn on to these, but if you want to buy a present for your dad or someone who's our age or something, these are great, really inexpensive presents to buy. Whoa! And then all the way down here is a brand that we used to carry when I first started in business. Then they sort of went away, and they just came back. Sioux City, they used to be famous for sarsaparilla. Sioux City sarsaparilla. I don't know if any of you have ever had sarsaparilla. It's like root beer to the 100th degree. Has a real kick to it. So they make a whole bunch of different flavors. It's just so cool because they sell like crazy, and it's so much fun for me because people come in and say, "You want soda?" You know, it's Coke or Pepsi. No, this is real soda, right? You want to make a root beer float, or you want to do something. That by the way is the Atlantic Ocean crashing against the waves in the store. So don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Dave Soda, Pet Food City, yeah.
Blue Buffalo is such a great food, and here's why you should buy your Blue Buffalo at Dave's. After you buy 10 bags, you get the 11th bag free of the same size. Only at Dave's. All right, so we are back, and I wanted to do a couple things. We don't have a lot of time this one, but I just want to talk about all the benefits of the museum and why you should bring your kids in. I didn't realize that it's free if you live in Springfield.
If you live in Springfield, bring a license or your library card to prove that you are a resident, and it is free to get in. The only thing that you'd have to pay for would be the exhibit upstairs. That's a $5 fee for ages 3 and over.
Okay, so there's no reason, if you live in Springfield, not to bring your kids to the museum.
Exactly.
And if you want to really support what I think is just a fabulous asset that the city of Springfield has, the family membership is $100 or something, and you can come.
It's $100,
Forever, right?
and you can come,
For
well,
a year.
for
Yeah,
the year,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And
You
we
can
have a
come as many
lot
times
of wonderful perks, and birthday parties that you
Yep.
can book, a discount.
Yep.
We have February break vacation, we have a lot
For
of
all kinds of
puppet
programs.
shows, tons of programs.
Yeah, it's just, it's
it's a
a
win-win.
treasure, folks.
It
It's
is.
just really a treasure.
Yep.
So, but now, getting back to fun stuff, you have a king cobra back here.
That's, looks like a cobra, but it's actually called a black rat snake. And that's a local snake, and it helps us educate people. It's an exhibit animal. It doesn't get used for programming. But people don't know that they're great climbers. That snake
No,
likes to
right,
climb.
obviously.
And it can just use minimal surface, and it can climb, you know, as long as there's like a quarter of an inch of something it can push its body against. Snakes have a lot of muscle, and they basically move by pushing and pulling against their habitat. So it'll push against the side of that tree and climb right up there. It's pretty much coiled up there, but they're important, snakes, to the environment because they help keep rodent populations down. So a lot of people are afraid of snakes. There's a great
Yep.
fear, but snakes are useful in educating people because they're, you know, they're protected now many times because they do such great services for the ecology.
You don't see a lot of rat snakes around.
There aren't as many rat snakes because of loss of habitat,
Yeah,
you know, pollution,
what a shock.
things like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But they do help keep rodent populations down, and they're really probably more scared of you than you are
So
of them.
snakes that are in New England, you got rat snakes, are there corn snakes in?
We have corn snakes. There's two species of venomous snakes, the timber rattler, which is highly endangered, some up on Mount Tom. There's also copperheads, small population of those. And then you have the common snakes, which you see like garter snakes.
Yep.
And
Do we have a milk
black
snake?
rat snakes. We have a milk
We
snake.
have a milk snake.
too. So.
I'm not gonna make any jokes about different colored milks. Right, chocolate milks or strawberry.
Well, if you there's there are also milk snakes are in the hobby as corn snakes are. So there's a lot of different color morphs. So you can buy snakes of. They're also good pets because they're
Yes,
fairly small.
corn snakes, yeah,
They're pretty
absolutely.
docile, but they
Wh-
come in a lot of different colors and
Isn't,
varieties.
isn't one of the is that the one that eats rattlesnakes?
Oh, well, snakes like king snakes and corn snakes prey
Right.
on other snakes. So
Right.
there's some that do eat, and they'll eat venomous snakes as well.
Yeah.
So that's actually true.
Right.
But
See, I knew that.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Right, I watch all those YouTube things. So how long will that guy live?
30 to 40 years.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. The snakes, a lot of snakes are fairly long-lived. They can go, some are only maybe 10 to 15 years, but a lot of the species will go 20 to 30 years.
So I noticed that this is a great habitat, and it looks like someone was in here raking.
Where you can see, we keep the
Cleaning,
bedding
yeah.
pretty clean, but the snake will come down to feed
Yep.
and drink
So you do
water.
feed them in here, you know, because Matt takes his snakes out of wherever they live to feed them.
We do both. If the snake's in a smaller habitat, we can
do
take
that.
the snake out and feed it in a separate container.
Yep.
And the snake becomes conditioned to eating in a feeding container.
Right.
If the habitat's large enough, we can also feed the snake right in the habitat. And we use frozen mice that are thawed out and warmed up. We never feed live rodents. here.
Even to guys like this.
Even to guys like this, they're hunting by smell. They recognize the smell of the rodent, and if it's warmed up properly,
Yep.
they'll definitely seek it out.
So
and,
how often
feed
does
it.
he eat? Once
He
a
eats
week?
every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Some of the smaller snakes will eat once a week.
Yeah.
This guy will eat every 2 weeks. Pretty much, he'll eat about 3 mice every 2 weeks.
Like 1, 2, 3, he'll eat them right
He'll
away, or
usually comes right down and eats them. With him, all I have to do is place the mice right on the bedding in the bottom of the terrarium.
and he
He'll
zips right
smell
down.
them, and
Yeah.
he'll come down and he'll eat them, and then he'll go back right up to his perch.
And that's where he likes to hang out up
They're
there.
great climbers. They do like to. Some of the habitat that they favor is rocky outcroppings and walls, but they also like to climb up into trees.
Yep.
And they're pretty good predators of rodents and things like
Yep.
that. But they'll also eat birds, and you know they'll find little nests and things like that in trees. So.
Very cool.
How long is that guy? How big is he?
How big is he gonna get?
He's coiled up now. You can't tell, but he's probably 5 to 6 feet right now, between 5 and 6 feet.
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
We don't know precisely, but from the body, we're thinking it's probably a female.
Does it rearrange the
Oh, my goodness.
area or anything?
It can. It'll burrow
Really,
as well.
Dave?
So And it doesn't do any
Well, because
decorative
that's,
work, but
it
we
does,
do
so then
that
it's
for
probably a
him.
male,
It's probably a male.
Right?
Yeah, he doesn't, no drapes or anything.
no,
to put
no
up.
drape, nothing? Yeah, right, okay. Is that, are we out of time now, thank goodness? Yes, please, thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Come to the museum, bring your kids here. So, thank you guys very much for allowing us to do this.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week, folks. Huge stores out in the Montana, and so and when you're in Montana,
You got to find something to keep you
you gotta
busy.
find something right. But anyway, so he says to me, "Are you doing beekeeping stuff yet?" And I went, "What are you talking about? No, I'm not doing beekeeping." He said,
Yet.
"It's the rage."
Yeah, it is.
So
It is.
I came back and I told everybody, and they said, "Oh yeah, get the bees." So we got our
Beekeeping kit.
beekeeping.
Everything
kit.
you need. The bees are in here. They're freeze dried.
Wait a minute, help! I forgot to unzip it.
You are such a goof.
Is this how it goes?
Looks like a straight jacket.
Oh, wait.
Help!
Where's
Somewhere-
the zipper?
Oh, the zipper. I think it's inside.
I'm coming in. No, it's Velcro.
Oh,
Shut.
I can't breathe.
We should have. Where's the zipper?
Where's the zipper? Oh, there it is.
Hi.
Still haven't
This-
been seen.
What a way to make a living.
There.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay,
There's gloves too.
there's gloves too.
Yeah. There you go.
What's this, like a tongue?
Harvest Lane honey. Hi, honey.
So how cool is this? So people, wait a minute, I can't see. It's not working. This
You're
might-
supposed to put the-
it might- this
You're
way?
supposed to
This
put
better?
the glasses on first, you goof.
Oh, you are? Oh, no, now I gotta get the glasses. Okay. This is not gonna work.
Stop.
You-
All right, go that way. Go that way. Close them up
Close 'em up.
first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now how do I? I can't get. I would have been stung 800,000. I'd be dead of bee stings by now.
Oh, stop.
So anyway,
Are
this
the-
concludes our beekeeping.
Episode.